What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the network, man. From fast breaks to fast takes. It's your boy Hassan in the building. I'm with my partner in crime, Mr. Sonny Carson. How you doing, fam?
Yo, what's good? What's good? Been a little minute, but we back. The
Yes,
boys
sir.
are back. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo,
That shit crazy.
there's something funny about that shit too, but we can talk about it.
Yeah, that's another
Anyway,
story. That's another story.
Oh, and we got a special guest because I'm about to make you laugh again, bro. It's something that me and Sonny used to always do. We used to quote this movie called Total Recall.
Oh, okay.
And the guy
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna kill you, Queen, right? Yo, the reason why I was gonna hit you is because the other night I cut the TV on and it was some guy being interviewed, but it was like something had happened. It was like on the news, and he was talking. I was like, "Is that him, bro?" I was gonna take a picture and send it to you, but it was such a late time. I said you was probably sleeping. I said, "But is the guy who played that role is he dead or is he still alive?"
No, I did.
Okay.
So the funniest shit is we've been doing that shit so long for years, and we just happen to be walking on 40 fucking Second Street, and this nigga walking down the street, the same dude. I looked at him. I was like, I got 5 kids, and he turned around and he knew exactly what we was talking about.
Yo.
That shit was crazy.
Yo, Alberto, we used to talk about this movie and talk about that one scene, the black dude, so bad. Out of the fucking blue, out of any part of the world he could be in, we on 42nd Street in Times Square, and this motherfucker standing right there. We was like, yo. Anyway, we got a special guest. This is my boy, man. It's my boy from Las Vegas. He don't live there no more, ladies. He is out in Seattle now. Alberto's like, yo, don't be telling people my information. Where the fuck I'm at? Shit like that. We got Alberto in the building. What's good with you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you? I'm all right.
I'm good. I decided to bring you on this episode because I don't know if Sonny knows this, but yo, after Alberto was on one of the past episodes, I didn't realize. I always knew he loved ball. He loved it, the NBA, right? I was about to say he loved balls, but I caught myself. He loves the NBA, basketball. He loves basketball. But yo, dog, Alberto will hit you out of the blue with with some. He don't just talk regular basketball. He be like, well, listen, so-and-so, and do you think the so-and-so of the team will change the dynamic? He was like, yo, this motherfucker's talking like an analyst. I gotta get him back on the show, bro. I gotta get him back on the show. So we got a lot to discuss, people. We have missed y'all. We have been out of the loop for 2 whole weeks, but we are back. We are right in the middle. Well, that ain't the middle no more. We're at the end of the NBA Finals. Game 7 is coming this Sunday. This Sunday is Game 7 of the NBA Finals. I want to know you guys' opinion, but I have to be honest. I got to tell you mine first. I never thought this would happen. I didn't think it was going 7 games.
Facts.
Oh, not at all. I thought
it's been a real good finals. I was just telling Alberto that I didn't see this coming to be this competitive.
Me either, bro.
Yeah.
Me either. But I have a after I hear your opinion, I have a what they call it, conspiracy theory. So I'll tell y'all that in a minute. But I just want to know your opinions on it. Sonny, I'm gonna let you go first. How do you feel? It's Game 7. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers. What started off to might look like Indiana's gonna get packed up real quick. I gave them a game. You know what I mean? I was like, I'll say it's gonna be Oklahoma City in 5. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this has been a great series. Surprising, very, very much so. But I wonder how you feel about it. Is there anything that you're taking away from it, Sonny? Like, is there anything that stood out to you and you was like, wait a minute, hold on now?
No, I mean the 2 best teams that were supposed to be in the finals made it to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
These look like the 2 best teams in each conference.
Mm-hmm.
The Indiana is the best team in the East, and OKC. And this Game 7 is up in the air. I can't even tell you. I mean, I expect OKC to win because they're at home, but Indiana has already beaten OKC at home this series. So. And to me, I mean, OKC has been the number 1 team since tip-off to the beginning of the season.
Yes.
So if they lose this game 7 to Indianapolis, it's a losing season to me. I don't care about you making it to the finals.
Yeah.
If you lose, go to the finals and lose game 7, you got home field advantage. And
Yeah.
them niggas is celebrating on your home floor with the trophy and champagne. It's a losing season for OKC.
Okay. Okay.
That's how I see it. But they match up well with each other. They both play incredible defense. They
Defense.
hit shots. You know what I mean? It's a if anybody gets a little bit, because I notice if you watch the games, any team that gets like in the third quarter, they get an 8 or 10 point lead, they
Mm-hmm.
never relinquish it. They start
Mm-hmm.
building on it from there. Like
Okay.
last game, it was real close to the third quarter. Indianapolis went up by like 12, 14. It was over after that. They just started hitting everything. They could shoot. I didn't know Indianapolis had that many good shooters on their team. Because
Bruh.
they be hitting shit from left and right.
Me either. And I'm not sure if I told if it was Alberto, because I saw you recent, I saw you the other night. I'm not sure if it was you I told this, if it was somebody else. But what people need to realize is, and what Indiana is showing is, Tyrese Halliburton might be the face of his team. Like, he's like the face.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got other, what's the Siakam, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
yeah,
it's other
Siakam.
major pieces, but Siakam is a champion. He won with the
The
Raptors.
Raptors.
So I'm not saying there's not other worthy people, but I'm just saying Halliburton, let's be honest, is like the face of the team. But
Yeah,
I was just telling, I'm not sure if it was Alberto or somebody else, but I was like, when people thought that Halliburton wasn't gonna play, he wasn't gonna be able to play. I
yeah,
keep going, it goes to what you just said, Sonny. The team is so well put together and so good. I'm not saying they wouldn't miss him, but I said I wouldn't count them out still. That team
yeah,
hustle, bro.
yeah.
And
They play team basketball.
right? And it's many games in the finals and in the Eastern Conference Finals. If you really look at it, it wasn't. Halliburton showed that he did some clutch shots, like last second shot, the shit like that.
Yeah,
But if you look at his numbers, it wasn't about him. It was about the team. He
yeah.
didn't
The
do
team.
he didn't do great.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't go crazy.
That's what it is. He didn't go crazy. So that's why I said he might go down, but that team is full of so many good role players
Yeah,
that I said anything is possible. Now I still,
yeah,
if Halliburton wouldn't have played, I still was leaning toward what you call it, the Thunder. But I
yeah,
said it wouldn't have been a wrap, like it wouldn't have been a wash because that's how much what you call a hustle. Indiana
yeah,
hustlers,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about it, Alberto?
Well, I mean, a lot of people evidently were surprised, I guess, by the Pacers, which I mean, it, I can't, I got to include myself, but I guess I also people aren't giving enough credit, I don't think, to Rick Carlisle for being a great
Hmm.
coach
Yes.
Yeah,
because he's really, I mean, obviously Hallie and Siakam and everybody's like doing a great job, but he's the one, setting up the pieces, telling them what to do and everything, and a lot of.
True. True.
So I've heard some people giving him his props, but at the same time, I don't think not enough people are really looking at him. He's the reason I think another major reason why they're doing they're in Game 7. But I mean otherwise, uh, it's been a hell of a series. It's been very entertaining. I've been enjoying every moment.
hmm,
And also I think that it looks like these two teams are going to be a problem for the next couple of years. And like,
yep,
Remember you said that.
and I don't, yeah, yep. And I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know what they're going to do to get better in the off season. I don't know who they would pick up or trade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you're going to see them at least in the playoffs in the next couple of years.
For years to
But
come.
yeah, 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 yeah. But still, I gotta give a lot of credit to Rick Carlisle a lot.
True. I've always liked him as a coach, but to me, he been on another level. Like I'm looking at Ricardo. Like, I mean, even though every time I look at him, I swear to God, he remind me of fucking Jim Carrey, bro. If you look at Rick Carlisle's
Yeah,
face, bro, that is Jim Carrey, bro. Like, it's fucking nuts. But yeah, I do agree with you, Alberto. I really have to tip my hat to him, man. He has been coaching a hell of a series. He has.
yeah,
yeah,
He has. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Indiana doesn't have a lot at stake, but what I'm saying is both teams, whoever wins, congrats. I tip my hat. But if 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 the Thunder loses, as Sonny said, it's going to be terrible because you're at home. Game 7 is in your favor. You got the scoring leader and the MVP of the fucking league on your team, which he is amazing. He is amazing. I'm just thinking that everyone expected you to win, so I think OKC got more to lose than.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So okay, so I'm glad we could agree on that, because it's like, listen, getting there and doing this is great, but OKC has been the favorite, has been expected to win. I'm not sure if y'all saw this online, but they said I don't know how that, you know how they be doing that point shit in Vegas and all that shit. So whenever whenever you hear analysts talk about it, go, oh my God, OKC is the favorite of blah blah blah. I don't be understanding because I don't do all that, so I don't know what all that means. I just know who's the favorite and who's not the favorite. But what I will say is this: OKC was such the favorite. They said for you to win $100 betting on OKC, I think you had to bet like $700 because they are that much of the favorite.
The favorite, yeah,
to win. But here's the crazy shit. Did you hear? Jay-Z placed a bet. He put down $1 million in a bet in Vegas. It said OKC in 5. And they said if OKC wins in 5, this is at the beginning when I heard he took the bet. If they win in 5, I forgot how much he could have won. I think because they're such the favorite, he put down $1 million. I think he could have won like $1 million. I forgot what the actual number was, but he put down $1 million of his own hard-earned money. And when Indiana pulled that first game off in game 1, when they came back and won, I said, "Oh shit, Hove, because think about it. That means OKC had to
win 4
gentleman's sweep. They had to go 4 straight for him to win. I know he's sitting on, I mean, of course, his money is so long, but listen, any true hustler, or I don't care how much money you got. I don't fuck how much money I got. I don't like to lose. So I don't care if people go, oh, Jay-Z could afford it. You can't tell me he ain't sitting home like, motherfucker. Are you fucking serious? Because nobody saw this coming. And with that comes my conspiracy theory that I have for y'all. Okay. Everyone says, that the NBA was going to lose ratings when you found out that it was OKC and Indiana. A lot of people was excited because let's really be honest. The New York Knicks, even though we're not fans, Sonny, we're not fans of the Knicks, but if the Knicks would have made it to play against the OKC Thunder just for the fact of New York being in the finals, it would have been mayhem. It would have been the ratings would have been through the fucking roof. Because if you think about it, New York been trash for over 25 years or
decades.
Years, for decades, and they still sell out still. Highest attendance in the, you know what I'm saying? People are diehard Knicks fans. Some people like you got, and they don't, no matter what state you live in, you got people who are diehard Knicks fans.
Knicks fans everywhere.
Exactly. Even though they've been trash as fuck. So if they would have made it, it was gonna be crazy. So when they didn't make it, people was like, okay, see, and Indiana Pacers, they ain't watching this shit, right? So here's where the conspiracy theory come in. Because this is really directed towards Sonny, because I remember when the Dallas Mavericks acquired the first round draft pick. This year, the first text I got from Sonny was like, the NBA is rigged. This is bullshit, huh? He goes, he said, this is bullshit. Y'all give up Luka, and y'all didn't even have the greatest chance of getting the number 1 pick.
Son, they had a 3% chance of getting the number 1 pick, son. 3%.
Yo, son,
fuck out of here, son. That shit's set up.
See, Sonny was like, yo, this shit is rigged. So with saying that, and people been saying that shit for years about all sports. I got a friend right now who say the NFL, every time she go where they go, it's her and her boyfriend. NFL is rigged. I'm telling you right now, they know who's gonna win. I'm sitting there going. So my question to you is, with people, my debate when they said it was rigged is I was going, well, if the NBA was ever rigged, they wouldn't want the Indiana Pacers to make it because they're gonna lose money because people weren't gonna watch. You would make it that the Knicks got there. You feel me? Like you would go,
Yeah.
we need the Knicks to get there. Okay, that was my first argument. Excuse me. My next one is for this series to go 7 games. Do you think it's a little bit of puppet strings being pulled? Tell me what you feel. The floor is yours. Sonny, you first.
Son, I always think it's some motherfucking smoke screen and mirrors behind the scenes. I always think that. Remember, Tim Donaghy, the referee got busted and told you motherfuckers what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They get calls from the commissioner. Yo, listen, this shit is too tight. Make sure you make some extra calls or whatever.
Yes, he
you know
did
what I mean?
say that.
Especially now with betting on it and everything. Everything, at the end of the day, it all come down to money. That's the number one thing.
Yes.
I think with the Indiana beating the Knicks, I mean, most people think it's rigged, but you can't make that shit obvious.
True.
You know what I'm saying? The marquee matchup for the NBA to make the most money it ever made, if the motherfucking Los Angeles Lakers met the New York Knicks in the NBA championship, it's a wrap. Floor seat's gonna be 150,000. They're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be off the chain.
Yep.
Those two marquee, that's even bigger than the Lakers and Celtics. The Knicks in LA from both conferences meet in the finals. It's over because they got the most fucking crazy fans. They everywhere, you know, a LA fan, a Knicks fan. So I think that's their dream matchup. But hell yeah, I think the certain things in the NBA cook. That Dallas shit is definitely rigged. I don't give a fuck what nobody says, son. You cannot give it, son. They traded Luka Doncic. Nobody's seen that. And then Kyrie Irving get hurt with a torn fucking Achilles. After they made that trade. The NBA was like, yo, we can't fuck Dallas over like that. We can't do it like that. No Luka, no Kyrie. Get them cool flags. Make that shit happen. They've been doing it for the long. I remember when they traded AD from the Pelicans. They gave them the number 1 pick for Zion Williamson. They do shit like that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It happens. When the Philadelphia kept tanking, they gave them what's the light-skinned dude that's trash now? They gave them Embiid and what's his name?
I know you talk about. Ah, shit.
He's supposed to be the second coming of LeBron, 6'10" point guard.
And now he's
from
trash.
Australia.
Remember?
You mean Simmons?
Simmons. Yep, Simmons.
Yeah, they gave him Embiid and Simmons. Yeah. And let's not forget when LeBron left fucking Cleveland Cavaliers, they got 4 number 1 picks back to back to back. Come on, son. Come on, Shane. No. Look. Come on, son. Stop. There's some shit happening behind the scenes.
So, how about you, Alberto? You think it could be something a little fishy going on sometime?
I think it was Bill Burr, the comedian. Yeah, he said that the NBA is massaged, so it's not exactly rigged, but there's a certain little aspect of things that like maybe it's like you know the players will be allowed to play by the rest, but maybe at the end they'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna fuck your spread. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Like I don't care about your over under and everything. Like I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get mine or whatever.
Well, listen. Here's what I'll say. We could debate this forever.
We can't prove shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say but Sonny makes valid points because sometimes you go, listen. If a once in a lifetime thing happens once, we get it because it's once in a lifetime. You go, oh shit, they got so and so. But I guarantee you, we could name many times where things would happen that it didn't even make sense. Like you would go, come on, man.
Son,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit, you know, first of all, let's just go back. We can even go back. We know this shit is bullshit, first of all. So when the Lakers was making the trade, and I don't even like the nigga, you already know. They was gonna have Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, and the fucking commissioner was like, no, I'm vetoing. So we can't have Kobe Pau Gasol and Chris Paul, but you can have LeBron, Wade, and Bosh on the same
Yeah,
team.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never even heard of that. Like to me, that was unheard of. I didn't even know that that was possible to happen.
Yeah, that the commissioner could veto a
Yeah,
trade.
yeah. Like, and they said when it went through, it was the other owners, and they said Dan Gilbert spearheaded
Yeah,
that shit. He was
yeah,
like, "Oh, this is some bullshit," and he contacted the other owners, and they went to David Stern. Wait, was David
yeah.
Stern
David Stern.
he was there? Okay, cool. They was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was what Stern was in.
You know that, bruh. That's kind of weird. It's like I didn't know that you could do that. If my team and your team come to an agreement,
Yeah,
how you gonna veto that shit?
yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
That
But
was crazy.
wasn't Stern like wasn't like the Pelicans at the time didn't have an owner, so that it
Yeah,
fell on
and the NBA,
Stern.
the
Yes.
NBA was the de facto owner of the team,
Yes.
but he had assigned them a general manager. So he vetoed the general manager for the NBA agreed to the deal. Chris Paul was already on the jet going to LA. So
Had it
David
there.
Stern called and was like, "Get your ass back on the plane and bring your ass back to New Orleans. This shit not happening." That was like, yo, this some bullshit,
Yeah,
son.
so-
I was like,
So I think we can agree it do be some fuckery.
I think it's all sports, though. I think it's all sports.
Oh yeah, I think so. But listen, it's for like even if it's not for my team, like Dallas is not my team. But and even though they got Cooper Flag, and let's say if when Kyrie comes back, he's healthy, and let's say AD, God willing, if he could stay healthy, and with the other pieces that they have, they're going to be an amazing team. Even though we don't know,
Oh yeah, that's crazy. They're gonna be crazy.
even though we don't know how Cooper Flag, because sometimes you could be a
NBA,
star in
yeah.
college and come and be a bust. But let's just say he's him, like he's that Flag, like from college. It's going to be amazing. Even though it's not my team, I just love this shit so much, bro. Like when I watch this shit, I'll be like, yo, and I love even though you that good, I'm still riding with my fucking Lakers. If we could just get the proper pieces, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which leads me to our next quick conversation because there's two other things I need to talk about. It leads me to my next subject, which is the Lakers. The Bus family has decided to sell the Los Angeles Lakers, which is as when me and Alberto was talking about it online. I mean, through a text, he said the same thing I felt. We said it's just very weird because ever since I watched basketball, the Bus family has owned.
Yeah,
they
had the majority shares of the Lakers.
Majority share, and you see how much the Bus family is loved, how much Jerry Buss meant to the players and the culture, and people just loved him. His sons, one of the sons we tried to run the team, he sucked, but
he was terrible.
But Jeannie Buss, people love her too. So to see that they're selling, but what I told Alberto is I do understand because all different businesses are doing that. If you get of that level, of that magnitude, you can't walk away from that shit.
No.
Generation after generation.
Is a family-run business. Like that's all they have is the Los Angeles Lakers. They're not like the rest of these owners. A lot of these owners, they own fucking tech companies, and they own, you know what I'm saying? The fucking what's that shit? The Valley shit, the AI shit. They have so many different businesses that this is just one of their hobbies.
Yes,
the Lakers, the Buss family, that's all they got.
This is what
the Lakers. So when you see an opportunity like this to come up like this, you gotta jump on it. I did the same thing. I'm sorry. She had to do what she had to do.
But they said this is why I love America, man. This shit, yo, it's about putting in that hard work, son, and just getting that payoff. Son, Jerry Buss bought the majority share. He became the majority share owner of the Lakers. I forgot what year they said. I think it was
79. 1979.
79. He only paid $64.5 million, bro. Not only that shit is huge, but $64.5 million. And now they're getting $10 billion for it.
10.1 billion.
$10.1 billion, bro. And you got it for 64.5. Let me tell you something. Jerry Buss is in heaven now like this. He like, my family is lit, son. I'm talking about grandkids, great grandkids,
Oh yeah, it's
great
over.
grandkids, great
It's a
grandkids.
wrap.
The only way that money's gonna be gone is if every member in that family has a severe drug problem. If everybody's there, if every family member that you name is smoking crack or doing heroin and they selling everything, it's a possibility because you do know crackheads. Crackheads that say if a crackhead had a team, he'd say that team for the low because he just
Yeah,
needs.
for the low. I just need to get
So
some rocks. I see the rock, baby.
fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just applauding them. And then they said with what's the guy name who bought it? What's his name? I forgot his name. I
Oh,
can't
Mike,
man.
because he owns the what you call it,
The Dodgers.
the fucking Dodgers.
He
So
owns the Dodgers, the Lakers. He has a WNBA team and a soccer team.
that shit is ridiculous, bro. See, this is where I kind of agree with. There's a guy named Mark Lamont Hill. He used to be on CNN.
Oh, the black dude.
Yeah, the black dude. He
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
used to be a smart guy. He's
He on Joe Budden podcast.
yeah,
Now.
he's on Joe Budden's podcast. And here's what he said. I know Sonny ain't gonna agree with this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I kind of agree. When you just said everything that dude owns, the Dodgers, you know, the WNBA, the NBA, whatever, right? When you have wealth of that magnitude, I
Yeah.
believe, and I agree with Dr. Mark Lamont Hill, what he said, I don't believe one person should have that much money. I don't. I know why? Because we have the world that we live in is fucked. It's people out here who are fucked up. I'm not talking about the people who had and then lost and rather be drinking and being a drug out. Screw them. If you blew it and you doing some dumb shit, no, I'm talking about the have-nots, the ones who never really got a fair shake. I'm not saying he's supposed to share 100%, but bro, how much could a one person possibly have, bro? If you got enough where you could purchase, I mean, if you got, let's just say billion, because Mark Lamont Hill said he don't believe one person should have like $1 billion. Because Sonny, I don't give a fuck if you take care of your kids and your kids' kids. If they live correctly and live comfortably and nice, I'm not talking about be down to a regular state. I'm talking about live comfortably, beautiful home, beautiful family, beautiful car. Son, $1 billion is a lot of fucking money, son. Or if you got $10 billion or $5 billion, I just don't. I believe there should be some sort of limit to it, some cutoff where then a percentage needs to be. I don't know how they would work it out. I just believe it's too many fucked up people in this world for me to be sitting home and I got fucking $5 billion, bro. Billion. My son, my kids is gonna be taken care of. My family is gonna be taken care of. Come on, bro. And by looking at Sonny's face, he ain't even trying to fucking hear that. But I do.
I'm waiting for you to finish, nigga.
Son,
I don't agree with that shit at all.
Yo,
At all, nigga.
So
That shit sound like a you problem to me. I don't give a fuck, son. I got 200 billion in the bank. That's my money, son. I earned that. If you gotta eat fucking noodles and fucking chicken wings, they ain't got shit to do with Bill Gates. I'm sorry.
Alberto, this motherfucker got a heart of stones. he ain't trying. So wait, who do you agree with more, Alberto? I'm not saying give your fortune away. I'm saying if you got over, let's just say.
But these people do. They do the philanthropy. Son, they give away billions of dollars.
Son.
They do.
Okay, so so do you think they should be a cap? I think the most you should be able to have for you.
You crazy? What you mean cap? Son, if I'm earning, if I'm making, son, look at your boy, he the richest dude on earth right now. Fucking Elon Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk.
He worth $330 billion.
That's ridiculous.
330.
That's ridiculous, bro. Bro, that's not, bro, come on.
Son, that's Elon Musk's money, son.
But hear me out. Remember, the world can only print but so much money. You get,
yeah.
like our
But you know, just like I do, that's his net worth. He can't grab that.
He don't have it. But if you're worth that much, bro, come on, bro. You got Alberto, how you feel about that? You don't think people should share?
Well, I mean, I'm one of the have-nots, so yeah, of course I want people to share. But like,
see, y'all, both of y'all to say, Alberto and y'all on some bullshit right now. Cause I know Hassan too. So y'all saying that like, yo, you know what I'm saying? If Hassan had fucking $40 billion in the bank, he was like, get these fucking peasants away from me. Get these niggas from around my property. He put a gate up and all that shit. Don't listen to Hassan. He talking some bullshit right now.
Okay, hold on.
I didn't finish though.
Okay, wait.
You broke fuck. That nigga be blow his nose 100.
Let me respond to that, please. Let me respond. If I was 25 years old and I had that much money, you're right. I'll be like, these fucking peasants, leave me. And I would, because when I first started making good money, in your mind, you like, especially if you come from I come from the hood. So if you start making that money, I was making that money, I was like, who are these peasants around me? Like, yo, leave. Like, but then when you get older and you experience life and you meet good people who just could never catch a break, that's why I always try to give back. That's why I created a whole fund to help people. But I ain't got no billions of dollars, bro. If I had billions of dollars, there's no excuse, bro. You can't take it with you, bro. And leaving it just to your kids sometimes might hurt them more than help them. That's why Bill Gates said, I ain't even my kids shit. They say, yo, I'm going to give them this piece right here, and the rest I am fucking donating. Because most people you know who spoil their kids and leave that to their family, the kids end up fucked up, bro. They end up arrogant little fucks who think that they could bop it, or end up, like you said, being on drugs, doing whatever. That's not what life is about. You got to learn how to. My father and my mother told me you got to work for yours. You feel me? So I don't have to give the money. Let me build things. Where you see how LeBron built that school, and if the kids go, their family get housing, and they get this and they get that. I'm all for that. If you want to put the work in and go to school and get good grades, blah blah blah. I want to come out of my pocket if I got that kind of money, though. I ain't talking. But to build something where y'all can live here, because some of these kids got all these dreams and they family ain't got shit. Moms could be a crackhead, father could be a fucking drug dealer. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just say,
but they don't. I'm saying they donate money. They give the scholarships. Bill Gates didn't give away billions of dollars. Him and his wife, like they didn't give away probably about $15 billion already. Elon Musk's ex-wife, son, when they got divorced, he had to give her $50 billion. She gave half of that shit away.
That shit make my stomach hurt when you hear that. See, that's another reason why. If I had all that money, I know we all in love with being in love. But let me tell you something, man. Even though if I could afford it, I can't have no woman come into my life and take half of my money. Or if I gotta give her 50 billion. If she didn't help me,
had the discussion.
Now, but if she was with him, what did you say about Vanessa? She wasn't with you shooting in the gym? Remember?
Your word.
But if you was there for me, I have no problem with giving you some.
That's why he did it, because remember Amazon started in his garage selling books.
Yes,
she was there with him.
Okay,
Bezos
or Bezos? Bezos.
Yeah, she helped him out. You know what I'm saying? With the whole shit, they was running that shit together. So when she was like, "Yo, I want 50," he didn't even dispute it. He was like, "Yo, give her the 50."
Yeah.
So he just slid her $50 billion for the divorce joint.
All right, so listen.
But if you can make 300 billion, why not make 300 billion? No, fuck that.
True. What I'm saying is share, man.
No, I get it.
You can have these hot wing bones when I finish.
Bloody ain't shit. Okay. we gotta get to a couple different subjects now. Okay, hold on. The next one is this. Sometimes I hate to even bring his name up because I agree with him sometimes, but sometimes he be talking crazy, man. Stephen A. Smith.
I knew it was coming.
Yep. Shout out to Stephen. Like I said, I've had interactions. You know, that's my business partner. My business partner KB pulled Stephen A into our fold. Stephen A has done drops for me. He has come to our party. Stephen A is a good dude, but he ain't the Stephen A that I know. Ain't the Stephen A that he is now. He's on a whole nother level. Let's really be honest. He is the face of ESPN, excuse me. And he said this the other day, and I want to know you guys' opinion. He said that if Giannis Antetokounmpo, wait, did I say it right? That should sound good though.
Antetokounmpo, yeah.
Antetokounmpo, okay. He said, he says, I don't know if he said it was his opinion, but he said it. So a lot of times he gets mad that when people misquote him, I go, but if you said it coming out of your mouth, whether if you got to make it clear that other people said it, you're just reporting it. Like,
yeah, I've heard people say,
I've heard people say, but he said that if Giannis doesn't win, Giannis is so great. Now I'm gonna put it. I don't want to throw him under the bus. I'm gonna put him in the level that he put it. Giannis is so great that if he doesn't win another championship in his career, he will be labeled a underachiever. I think that's cap. I think that's fucking bullshit because. And on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, it turned into a whole big debate. And when I say they started going back and forth, Kenyon Martin, because they had Norris Cole on there. Remember Norris Cole?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
So they had Norris Cole is a smart guy, man. He went to play overseas and he joined some other, like he helps a lot of up and coming players. Like he seems I've never met him, but he seems like a good dude. But he kind of agreed with Stephen A. And he said he didn't at first, and then he thought about it, and he agreed with it. So they had debating. I'm talking about it started getting ugly because they was like, so you telling me that everything Giannis, like 2-time, did he win MVP twice or once?
Twice, yeah, he got 2 MVPs.
He's a 2-time MVP. He has been defensive
player of the year.
Player of the year. He's won a championship in fucking
Finals MVP.
Finals MVP. If you telling me that if he doesn't win another championship, he's an underachiever, to me, that shit sounds crazy, bro. That's his mind. Dude, that shit, so in other words, because this is what Kenyon started saying. So in other words, you telling me people like Patrick Ewing, with everything that he's done for the league and for his team, Charles Barkley, with everything he's done, because they never won rings, they were underachievers, and Norris said, well, basically, yeah. Man, that shit sound crazy to me. and this is why LeBron just recently said on his podcast about ring culture. It's like, listen, and people took that the wrong way, and they started, and Stephen A., which he had a valid point on one point against LeBron, but the rest of it sounded like hate. But he was like, LeBron is basically saying, it's great to win a ring, but not everyone can win a ring. You can't. And you can be great. Allen Iverson is one of the greatest to ever do it. He has no fucking ring, bro. Yeah. And he might have had a ring if he didn't have to go against the iconic Kobe and Shaq. You feel me? So sometimes there's things that get in your way. Barkley could have won a ring if he didn't have to go against Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Definitely Karl Malone and John Stockton they could have won a ring, bro, if they didn't have to go against the fucking Bulls twice. So my thing is, do you think Giannis would be an underachiever? Listen to that word, an underachiever, if he doesn't win another ring? Alberto, you first.
Nah, I mean, she's won a lot more than some of these people you just mentioned. Like, did Carmelo Anthony win with the Lakers in 2020?
Hell no.
So I mean, he's another one.
Yeah, so you telling me after all Carmelo Anthony, think about it, what he did. Yo, the Nuggets, first of all, they should retire Carmelo Anthony's number. He made
Denver. He was better in Denver than he was in New York.
Oh.
I've been arguing with people all the time, but they don't understand. Go back and watch Carmelo Anthony in Denver when he first got in the league. He was unguardable.
Facts. I mean, I just don't agree with this take. I think it's crazy. Like, Sonny, you ain't saying nothing yet, and I see you looking like so. You tell me.
Put it this way, I see it from both sides. It's a double-sided coin. I understand what you're saying because it's crazy to say that about somebody that achieved so much. But when you consider if you think about Giannis, people hold him in high regard. They see him as stuff that you're supposed to have when you consider to be one of the. Remember we had this discussion before. It's regular players it's stars, superstars, and then it's icons.
Yes.
People I guess they was trying to put Giannis in iconic status.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to put Giannis in that category, he's underachieved. He doesn't belong in iconic status as far as his career yet. He's still playing, so he's not done. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But I think the more you win, the more accolades that you pile on your resume pushes you higher up. So far, he's not no bum. You can't say, as far as him being an icon, it depends on what you label him. He's underachieved for an icon.
For
a superstar,
okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as a superstar, Giannis is a goddamn walking superstar. He'll walk a bucket.
Yeah.
Even when they just lost in the playoffs, he was 30, 15, and like 7.
Yeah.
Who would want that? You know what I'm saying? But it goes to when you start comparing people of the same caliber. Now it starts getting deeper. Giannis is great when you look at it, like you said, Charles Barkley, he better than them, Ewing, Karl Malone. But where do you put Giannis when you start comparing him to Kobe, LeBron, Jordan? He's not there. He's underachieved when you compare him to those type of people.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's levels to everything. We always, you know how we do. It's levels. I don't care what business you in. It's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Giannis is as far as NBA right now, talent wise, he's here. I mean, I tell people all the time, they like, yo, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic. I don't care what. I was arguing with niggas at my job the other day. Yo, they the new face of the league. Ain't gonna be a new face of the league till LeBron retire. I don't care what you say.
Yep.
LeBron James is the face of the NBA until he hangs his jersey up.
Yep.
Luka, Anthony Edwards, all y'all niggas, yeah, y'all good and all that. Y'all ain't LeBron James.
True.
He might not be the number one best player in the league right now, but he's still fucking top 10 at 41 years old.
Exactly. And
I don't think you can name me 10 players better than LeBron right now.
Nope.
In the NBA. 10.
But here's the crazy shit.
I can't.
I'm trying to shut up, and I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you fly, because every time I comment on that, if it got something to do with LeBron, even people that I know, Alberto scene, even if I'm at the bar with our friends, I'm talking. Everybody just think that LeBron can't do no wrong to me, and they all want to bash LeBron. So I try to shut up now, and
you know I was anti-LeBron for years.
Yeah, true.
Me and you used to
go at it.
We used to be go ahead and fight.
Yo, you want some of this?
Because my favorite player all time was Kobe Bryant. I got Kobe Bryant over Michael Jordan over everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to like LeBron. It's a lot of people that don't fucking like LeBron James for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. But if we're going on basketball, take all your personal shit out the thing, there's no way you can tell me LeBron ain't one of the best people to ever fucking touch a basketball in the history of basketball. You be lying. And I can't talk to you. If you're going to be like, yo, because I be hearing analysts too, they be like, well, he like in my top 10, top 15. You don't know shit about basketball. You just hate him.
Shaq got him at like 9.
If LeBron ain't in your top 3, he got to be top 3. Only people that you can possibly put in front of him is Kareem and Jordan. That's it.
Yes.
And I'm a Kobe Bryant fan.
Yes.
And I can't even put Kobe in front of LeBron basketball-wise.
True.
It don't make sense. Let's be realistic.
I agree.
Kareem, because he's the greatest winner ever. The nigga, since high school all the way to the NBA, he got one of the best careers you ever had. He played 4 years in college and lost 2 games.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And was a winner with the Bucks. He won with the Lakers. He been a winner his whole life. Michael Jordan is just Michael Jordan. He changed the fucking game forever.
Okay.
And then it got to be LeBron. Those are the only 3 people you could put in those top 3 spots.
So I got a question for you, sir. This is going to go for you, Sonny, first, because you just said some heavy shit. And I have to and I hope that you can answer this. Not answer it for me, because I pretty much know what you're going to say to me. Answer it for the fucking people. And I want Alberto to answer this too, because this is what I don't find fair. If people listen closely, if you listen closely, and if y'all wasn't paying attention, go back, rewind a little bit. Listen to what Sonny just said. Listen to what this is a basketball savant. He loves this sport. Listen to what he just said. He said, he didn't throw shade, but he said, Kobe Bryant is my favorite player. He's my GOAT. Mine. He says his. He says, listen, taking nothing away from them, the other ones, but he's my GOAT. He's my number one. And the key thing he just said, if y'all heard him say it, he said, even over Jordan. Now watch this. Sonny say that to me, I would go like this. Okay, because even though I know him and I know how much Kobe had meant to him, my question is, why is it that Sonny could say that and go, yo, that's mine, even over Jordan, blah, blah, blah. And someone will go, okay, I get that, you get. But if someone says, if I looked at the camera and said, look, y'all know how much Michael Jordan mean to me, which everybody do know, but LeBron is my GOAT, even over Mike, blah, blah, blah. Son, I will be strung up by my fingernails and hung in front of the townspeople. Son, they would kill me. It's like, how come a person could say, whether it's Kobe, whether it's Bill Russell, I'm just making these up because I've heard other people, because you got older people who might say Bill. Whether you say Kobe, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as Sonny just said, with the most perfect career from picking up a ball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you got all these people. That's not my blah, blah. He was mine. He was mine. You can name all these. But the minute someone says LeBron, it's the worst shit ever. But how come people why can't this guy's individual choice be LeBron? He ain't throwing shade to the other ones the same way you just didn't throw shade to Jordan them. Why is it? Don't understand that, bro. I don't.
You want to know why? I can tell you why. That's easy.
Why?
He's the only one out of those people that got a legitimate claim to moving Jordan out the way. He's the only one.
You did say that to me before too. You did.
He's the only one, because you think of Kobe. People don't really think Kobe better than Jordan because he was a copy of fucking Michael Jordan. You can't be better than the original when you're a copy.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? The bigs don't count. That's why they never care about Shaq and them. You're a big man. You can't compare him to Jordan. It's different. Yeah. Big men gonna play big man games. They supposed to win. They dominate. LeBron and Jordan, basketball talent-wise, is like this. I can hear a case why Jordan should be number one, and people that watch LeBron from high school when he was the chosen one to now, you could really make a legitimate case, like not no bullshit. You can make a legitimate case of why LeBron could be the GOAT over Jordan. You can make a case.
Got you.
You can't do that for nobody else. And that's why people that love Jordan, people love Jordan. He's just, in certain sports, people are what they are.
Yeah.
In basketball, it's Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't be
Tom Brady in the NFL is Tom Brady.
Yes.
Fucking Babe Ruth or fucking whoever would that, what's his name that played for the Yankees? What's his name? You can't say nothing about
Reggie Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? Not even Ray Jack. I can't remember. Well, you know what I'm talking about. The
Jeter.
Jeter.
Okay.
You can't say shit about Jeter. I don't give a fuck. Niggas will fight you in New York. You
That's
say
true.
anything negative, he was good, but he wasn't. Nigga, who you talking to? Son, Jeff Jeter's GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, they just gonna go there with. Okay. Jordan is like that with basketball. Everybody grew up wanting to be like Mike. Yeah. And now somebody there's an opposition to his throne. And we can't have that. So every chance I get, I'm gonna knock I'm gonna knock him down because he's getting too close to my fucking GOAT. So I gotta knock him down a couple pegs. That's why they continue to move the bar for people like LeBron. Yeah, LeBron ain't gonna never win. He ain't shit. So he win. Yeah, he won, but you know what I'm saying? He needed that player. He was with Wade and them, so it don't count. He go back to Cleveland, win another shit. Yeah, but it's the East. It's mad weak there, so that shit don't really. It's always moving the ball with LeBron. If you listen to people, it keep moving.
True.
Yo, he scored over 45 times. Yeah, but he played for 22 years. Anybody can do that if they're going. Son, no, anybody can't. That record is never going to be broken. We discussed this.
Yeah.
LeBron averaging 45,000 points. You have to average 27 a game for 21 years. That's never going to get touched.
It's not going to happen.
It's never going to be broken again. And not only do you have to do that to score at a high clip, you have to be fucking healthy. LeBron never gets in. He didn't get hurt until his 18th season.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why people they hate fucking LeBron. He's too good. Man, fuck that nigga, son. You know nigga that. Do you know what's funny? This because I just watched some shit that was funny. They get comparing themselves like, son, that shit overrated. Here, did you hear what Jim Jones?
Bruh, stop.
So I'm more relevant than that nigga ever was. He talking about he.
First of all, wait. I'm gonna let you tell it. For first, let me just give Alberto. Just tell Alberto this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard this, and Alberto is a straight up hip hop fan. He loves hip hop music, but you also will keep it a buck. So listen, do not let me sway you away. Don't let Sonny sway you away. Listen to what Sonny about to say, and I'm not saying nothing until you talk. But I'm gonna let Sonny tell you what Jim Jones said. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Sonny, break it down.
Son, Jim Jones was on the Jada and Joe podcast, and they was asking him about his relevance in the NBA, in the hip hop community, because he was like, yo, I put my catalog up against anybody. I influenced the way people rap, the way people dress. He said I got more #1 hits. I'm on the Billboard. He was like, yo, comparable, because somebody had compared him. Like they were like, yeah, you good, but you don't got like a Nas kind of trajectory in the hip hop. It's a difference between Nas and Jim Jones. Like we just said, it's levels to it.
Yes.
Yeah, you Jim Jones, but you ain't Nasir Jones. You know what I'm saying? He like, y'all bugging. I'm way more relevant than fucking Nas is. You know what I'm saying? Check the billboards. I got #1 songs. My catalog, my last couple of albums. He was like, I take my albums against his albums any day of the year. He can't. You know what I'm saying? He ain't made no hot records in I don't know how long. He said, I'm way better than Nas. As far as putting his stamp on the culture, he said he way more relevant than Nas is in hip hop. Son, I had to turn that shit off, son. I had to turn that shit off, son.
Okay, Alberto, do you agree with that?
Did he really say all that bullshit?
But look at the Joe and Jada podcast. They just interviewed him.
Go to YouTube and look at the Joe and Jada podcast. That's Fat Joe, Jadakiss. Look at their
podcast. Yeah.
The shit is so funny because while he's saying it, son, you got to look at Jadakiss' face.
Jada's like,
son, you talking about Nas? Son, you sitting between Fat Joe and Jadakiss. You not better than them niggas.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruh.
What are you talking about?
This is why you are the perfect co-host to me, bro. Listen, I like whenever we don't agree because we get to go back and me and Sonny in our friendship and our family bond, we've had doozies like yelling.
Yeah.
Like it get crazy. But I love when we get on the same page because I know how passionate you are, but you always gonna keep it a buck to how you feel. Listen. If Sonny agreed with Jim, let's just say hypothetically, he agreed with Jim. All I ask of people is this: explain to me why. Give me a reason why you agree.
Yeah.
Give me some proof.
Yeah, you always ask that.
And then I could always say, I don't agree, but I respect you enough to go, okay, I respect why he feels that way. I don't agree, but I respect why he feels that way.
Yeah.
I want someone to give me some sort of understanding of how this makes sense.
You can't. It's
nothing. You're talking about Jim fucking Jones here, bro.
You can't.
And don't get me wrong. I fuck with you. The one thing I give Jim that I really give Jim, and I heard Charlemagne say this on the fucking radio. He go, yo, Jim, a lot of artists that we like, bro. Well, not a lot, but there's a few artists that we really like that we really, really like. They don't know how to pick beats, bro. And in my opinion, when Nas be working on his album, Nas might go down as one of the worst beat pickers ever, bro. Like a lot of Nas's beats, they just don't hit like that. But that shows how dope Nas is, though, because he could take a mediocre beat, and when his song and when he make the song, you be like, oh my god! All you hear is what he said and the melody, whatever.
Yeah.
Jim Jones, and I think he's with the Heat Makers. I think it's called the Heat Makers. Bro,
the Heat Makers.
Is it the Heat Makers? Those motherfuckers are beasts, bro. Jim know how to pick. He know how to pick beats. And I believe that's what puts Jim Jones a lot. Why people still listening. And he goes and Jim Jones is outside. He always with the youngins. He outside, but he feel that's what it's supposed to do. But to me, you just look like an old head, bro. Like
you look stupid.
Yeah, yo, you look like an old head, and and the shit that you do, you just look like. And this is no disrespect to Jim Jones because I do like Jim Jones, but as he getting older, I don't know if he's trying to prove relevance or something, but the things that he's saying and he's doing, I'm sitting there going, bro, let's deal with reality here, bro. You against
Yeah.
Nas? Yeah, dude, Nas?
Yeah, son, yeah.
Nah, fuck all
You're
that.
better off. It was better off when they were comparing him to like Styles P. That's a better comparison for you.
Yeah, it's
They were
more
supposed to be
street.
doing a verses, yeah, like Jim Jones versus Styles P in the verses. Son, Jim Jones cannot get on no stage and do no verses against no Nas. Knock it all the fuck the way off, son.
Bro,
Stop it.
one
Stop
time,
it,
bro,
please.
but he said give him, he said one time, I think he was on the Breakfast Club, I think, and he said, put me up against any rapper from New York. He starts naming about his Billboard and songs. Dude, the only biggest hit Jim Jones ever had was what you call it? Ballin'.
Balling. He had balling. They were talking about he had balling in that Pop Champagne record. And that wasn't even his record.
I'm about to say that wasn't even his record.
Yeah, those are the only two #1 singles that he had in his whole career.
And another thing Jim Jones needs to realize is this: sales and charts and being relevant and idolized are two different things. I can name, so you can't go, well, when he was going, check your Billboard, blah, 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 about him and Nas. We ain't asking you who might have charted more. I didn't ask you that, even though I still think Nas did, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, they checked the Billboard, so it wasn't even close.
Okay, see? But
it wasn't even close.
But here's my shit, Sonny. My shit is, we're talking about whose legacy is being cemented in hip hop, just like as we talk about sports. Whose legacy is being cemented in the NBA? Just because you got more rings than me, don't mean that you were a better player or more relevant than me.
Yeah.
Like you feel me? So let's just say hypothetically, Jim had more than when we was putting him against Styles. Or let's just say how he was even talking shit about Cam and all that. My shit is what I'm saying to you is that we talking about what the person meant to the people.
Yeah.
So for you to say what you saying and the love and the admiration and the excitedness that people feel when they see a Nas or when they see, just like how he knocking the clips. The clips with Pharrell have hits for fucking days from the day. And he's like this, I'll never hear the clips in a club, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they don't get, or Pusha T didn't get played in the clubs in New York City. But in this world, some people are buying Pusha T's records and the Clips records, else they would not be getting deals. This business that we're in is about money. It's about money.
Yeah.
I can't make money from you. We're not doing this. So like Pusha T is getting record deals because they go, hey, I like his personality. We're just going to give him a record deal. No, he's generating income for us. So that's why when Jim was like, and then when Jim said through shade to Pusha, he heard Pusha was going to diss him in a song. So he made a diss record about Pusha. I'm like, dude,
don't do that.
Nobody want to hear that.
Y'all lyrical talent ain't even on the same wavelength.
This is all I'm saying.
Jim, you make your songs, the balling and all that shit. Jim ain't never penned a crazy 16 where you be like, yo, he bodied that shit. I never heard nobody be like, yo, Jim Jones bodied that shit lyrically. Never.
I agree.
Never.
Listen. I truly respect his hustle, and there is certain things in Jim's career that I will applaud him for. The one thing that
definitely made an impact in the culture.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
That whole Harlem shit, like I said, they gave him his props with like the dressing with the YNs. You know, they wear that chrome heart shit, the biker shit with the belt, with the chain on it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Him and what's the other one that was with Dipset?
Jules.
The other one.
Jules.
Yeah, them two. They did that with the furry leather hood jackets and shit. Yeah, I always thought that was some goofy shit, but they liked it. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I see a lot of young dudes started dressing like them when they started doing that shit.
Yeah,
but as far as
taking it away from them with that.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like I said, and I like Jim. He get his money. He's still out here touring. Whatever he getting, he doing what he do. But damn sure don't put yourself in Nas category.
Come on, bro.
When it comes to talking about impact on the culture or like hip hop as far as musical,
Yeah.
no.
It to me
Mm-mm.
to me, I totally don't agree with him. And I'm sorry for cutting you off, Alberto. Let me get because we're gonna end this soon. I just want to know what you
Yeah.
think because I know you love hip hop. In regards of Jim Jones and Nas, how you feel about that?
Bro, I mean, I think we've had conversations before where like if you had to just pick one rapper for the rest of your life, and I always pick Nas. So it's not even a debate.
That's
I
true.
mean, and I don't know if I don't know if it's a West Coast, I mean, an East Coast thing. Like maybe you guys know more of his music than I do because I don't know shit but those two songs that we just mentioned. And besides,
Dude,
and I
this
mean, besides that, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I'm on your side. I agree with you. I go, we're not talking about those who locally know you. Jim is acting like he is worldwide renowned, higher
Yeah, he
than
tripping.
Nas or other. And you're speaking right now from a man from the West Coast. You didn't throw shade to Jim. You said, "Oh yeah, I know him. I like this record. I like Jim Jones." But you ain't no Nas. You got artists who say Nas, and guess what? Oh, and then Jim tried to put it in with his son talking about my son can't name a Nas song. Well, I sit there and I go, have you ever thought that the only reason why your son you're being idolized by your son is because it's your son?
Yeah,
It's just so you saying he don't know a Nas song. I guarantee you, 100 other people's kids who's your son's age probably don't know a Jim Jones song.
yeah, don't know no Jim Jones record.
You know, like so you can't say my son don't know no Nas song. What are you talking about, bro? You sound
Yeah, he just
that's
talking.
and that's all he keep trying to pull up. He goes that when he was having a whole pusher problem, not problem, but he was voicing his opinion. Let's really be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. The only reason why Jim, this was like a year and a half or 2 years ago. The only reason why he even commented on that shit is because Drake is his man. Like
Yeah,
Drake is a Dipset fan. So when Drake, as large as Drake is,
yeah,
he performed in Harlem, he'll bring Dipset out or whatever. So Jim Jones, no, Drake is literally beneficial to my career.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so when Drake and Pusha had their issues,
yeah.
and
Somebody
then
threatening that I gotta step out.
yeah, he gonna dude who wouldn't step out for their fucking man. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck what Sonny do for a living. If Sonny is competition with somebody else, I'm riding with my fucking brother. Hands
yeah.
down.
Easy.
Hands down. It ain't even no question. So I'm not mad at Jim for that. But he went as far as it's one thing if he said, listen, say what you want. Y'all can love Pusha, but Drake is dumb, blah, blah, blah. That's different. But when
Yeah,
you
that's
start to
different.
question a person's relevance and their work, how you doing that and you can't fuck with them? Like he really think he better than Pusha.
I don't know why. I
Come
don't know why.
come on, bro.
He tripping.
Come on.
Pusha's not
He
even
is tripping.
Pusha's not even that like world. He's not even like on the radio. He doesn't get like radio play, and I still know a lot more
Bro.
about Pusha T
Here's what
than
people
Jim
don't
Jones.
realize about Pusha. Here's what people
Oh,
don't
he's
realize
good.
about Pusha. You talking about money, you talking about money long. Y'all know for the last 15, I don't know how many years it's been, it could be 20 years. How every time we look at the McDonald commercial, you hear ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
Pusha T
Yeah.
wrote that shit, bro.
Damn.
yeah,
Them
Pusha
checks
T.
crazy.
Pusha T wrote that shit, bro. I bet you more people know I'm loving it than
yeah,
ballin'. Come on, bro.
yeah.
That's global.
And even at that time, that
Come
song
on, bro.
sucked anyway
Come
for
on.
you.
And
Whoever.
not to mention Pusha T and them, the clips, the records that they had.
Son.
Yeah,
I'm not even going on record. I'll just say that if you put Pusha T and Jim Jones in the fucking studio and say, yo, make me the best verse, Jim Jones ain't got a fucking shot.
He getting washed.
yeah,
What?
He getting washed. He getting washed. So anyway, pack him up. He good. Which thank you for bringing that up because I totally forgot about that shit, and I forgot to text you about that shit because that shit pissed me off.
Yeah, he was tripping.
Before we log out of here, y'all, I want to shout out again. I thank all you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you here with us. Keep tuning in. Save, share. What's the other one, Sonny? Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Share, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. But I got one last question, and I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. So we are filming today. Today is Friday. The game is Sunday. I'm gonna leave it up to you, Sonny. Do you think we should just put this shit out in the morning, or do you think we should wait until our normal day next Wednesday, or should we just put
Nah,
this?
put it. If you put it out, put it out.
All right, cool.
Yeah, get that shit out there.
Episode will be out tomorrow. But I will say this. I mean, not me. I will say I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. On ending this episode, I have to ask you, Sonny. Sunday night, OKC versus Indiana. Who you going with?
I go with OKC.
And do you think it's
They
going
gotta
to be a
win.
game, or do you think it's going to be a blowout?
I think it's gonna be close, but I got OKC winning. I don't know if it's gonna be double digit, but I got OKC winning. They got close out. They got no choice. If they don't, it's a losing season for them.
Okay. Alberto. Sunday, OKC versus Indiana Pacers. Which way are you going? And do you think it's going to be a large margin win, or do you think it's going to be a great game?
I hope it's a good game. I hope it's not too much of a landslide on one or the other, but I guess I gotta be honest. I got a little biased with Caruso because he was on the Lakers, so
Okay.
I do hope Oklahoma wins in that sense. But I think Indy might take it. I think Indy might actually win. Like
They definitely
maybe
got a
like
shot, man.
maybe like a real like I don't know, like not even over 100 points scoring, like 93, 90 or something like that.
Okay.
Just maybe like real tough defense, and they still just eke it out. I think Indy's gonna do it.
Okay. I got to say something about you to Sonny real quick. Yo, Sonny, I don't know if you peeped it. Did you hear what Alberto just said? He goes about
Caruso.
the Thunder. He goes, yo, Caruso. I forgot to tell you, Alberto is diehard Lakers, bro. Me and him be talking.
That's right.
He'd be like,
I
I
know
don't
I
give a
like
fuck.
you. I know I like you. LA, baby.
Yo, I swear,
Yeah.
yo, he be coming out of the blue. He be like, yo, listen, man. I really don't give a fuck. As long as my team do better next year, whatever. So I'm just, I knew you peeped that, Sonny. But I gotta say, Sonny knows me well, and I gotta say, I like SGA, but there's so I just have this weird thing when it's not my team, because I don't have a dog in this race. I don't have a dog in this race. But I always go for the underdog, bro. I do. So even though if I had to pick SGA, it would be great. He had such an amazing season. Even last year, he was great and they got knocked out early. This year, they fought through. This has been an amazing series. It would be great. I would be happy to see him win. But if you asking me if I had to pick one, I might go. I don't think Indiana gonna win. I think the Thunder gonna win. But I would love to see Indiana win because Indiana is. I love underdog stories, bro. I love underdog stories. Like
That'll be huge for them.
that shit would be, bro. They Halliburton was voted the most overrated player.
Overrated,
They
yeah.
said that was voted by other players.
Other players, yeah.
So it would be amazing, and to show that how he's injured, how he came back, whether he don't have to lead the team in scoring, but just to be there and to fight your way through it, the pain. If they won,
Yeah.
this shit is going to be iconic, bro.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
I'm torn. I don't have a dog in the race, but it would be amazing to see Halliburton get it. But then I'll be sad for SGA. I don't know, man. I'm torn. I'm torn. But Alberto, I appreciate you, brother. You took time out of your busy schedule. And what people don't realize is he's sitting there holding a conversation with the network in his car, and he took a vacation. He's in Vegas. And right now in Vegas is, just so y'all won't think I'm crazy, right now in Vegas, the weather is 103 degrees. And Alberto is sitting in his car. So I'm pretty sure if the air condition was on, is the AC on?
Nah, I just have like the door open.
Hey, I'm about to say, damn. So you sitting in the car? You sitting in the car rotisserizing?
Absolutely.
Yo. Ever since the episode started, Alberto got 3 shades darker. He's like a rotisserie. The motherfucker turning and shit like that. So, yo, listen, I definitely appreciate you. Shout out to all you guys out there. And guess what, y'all? We're going to see y'all again next week for what, Sonny? For what?
The network.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.